Good morning, you wonderful people. Hope you're all doing fine today. Another beautiful sunny day here in Englandshire. As promised, today I am off to Zircotec, the ceramic coaters, to actually film some of my bits being ceramic coated. As I mentioned previously, there's massive benefits to ceramic coating your exhaust components. I'll run through all that a little bit later when we're on our way up to Oxford. I'm just going to pop to Merit Tyres very quickly and pick up 4 Yokohama 8008s for my S15, which I'm actually going to drop up to Dave after I've been to Oxford. As most of you know, I'll source all my tyres through Merit Tyres, as well as doing super cheap prices on semi-slicks. They also do really cheap prices on brand new budgets. I like to drift on brand new budgets, A, because they're pretty cost effective, and B, it's a really consistent tyre. Good morning! I like the glasses, man.
Thanks, man.
Makes you look very educated. Rich is going to be seeing loads more of me now because drift season's upon us.
Good.
It's time to spend some money.
Good.
It's time to line the pockets of Merit Tyres and make me bankrupt. Ta-da! Oh, look at that, baby. 4 brand new Yokohama 8008s. Looking lovely, Richie, absolute star. And next day delivery as well.
That's it.
Not just a pretty face.
That's how we roll.
Hey.
She got the way to prove it. She got the way to prove it. She got the way to prove it.
The Yokohamas are all sorted. Now, don't tell me that ML doesn't look after you guys, because I had a little chat with Rich and we're going to do you guys a special deal on budget 16s, 17s and 18s for drift cars.
Yeah.
These are your prices. So,
Phone's ringing.
we got £29 including VAT for 16s, 29 including VAT for 17s, and 32 all in for an 18, which I think super cheap.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, very competitive. What about if people want to buy quite a large amount, like a big bulk buy?
If we're talking about large quantities, 20, 30 tyres at a time, we can maybe shave a little bit off of that as well, yeah. But
Sweet. I don't think there's many places you can buy tyres quite that cheaply, so as I said before, phone up Merit Tyres, ask for Rich, any one of the boys, mention Monky London, and they'll sort you out a special deal on cheap tyres. I'm going to head off to Zircotec now. I'm going to wish these lovely buggers a lovely afternoon. I've got about an hour to go until I get to Zircotec. As I explained before, I'm going to be actually going into the production facility, or the factory as it were, today, and filming the actual process of ceramic coating. Ceramic coating is basically a really advanced form of heat wrapping. It's got much higher thermal protection, you can get much better consistency and much better longevity and performance. It's a technology which has come straight from motorsport. You can see 33% reduction in exhaust temperatures, which is massive, and that leads to a 50% reduction in engine bay temperatures, which is huge. If you don't have your exhaust components ceramic coated, a lot of the heat will actually dissipate out of the metal, so you'll lose a lot of that heat energy, which is essentially wasted energy. As well as reduced exhaust temps and reduced engine bay temps, everything in the engine bay, all the surrounding components, are going to be a lot cooler as well, so you're going to get increased reliability and increased durability. As you can see, there's a huge amount of performance gains. There's also a lot of aesthetical gains as well. A lot of guys that will run different stainless steel or mild steel manifolds will notice that over time they do get a bit grubby and they start to look really nasty. By ceramic coating it, you're actually giving it a protective layer and making it look a lot cleaner under the engine bay as well. In a nutshell, you're going to get better performance and reliability, better durability, it's going to look a lot nicer under the engine bay, you're going to get less heat soak, and you're going to get reduced engine bay temperature as well. So overall, I'd say it was a winner. Here we are at lovely Zircotec. There's actually 6 processes for ceramic coating. We're going to show you guys every single process. So first things first, customers will basically drop off their parts, which you can see here. Lots of parts waiting for ceramic coating. So once the parts have been dropped off, you then get everything masked.
Get everything masked.
By a nice chap called Brian.
Brian's over here.
Go and say hello to Brian. Hi Brian. Brian's actually going to be masking this manifold now, so we'll do a little time lapse. I'll put the camera on him and you can sort of see what's involved in masking up these items. Now Brian's finished all the masking, It will then go to be inspected on this little desk down here. Once it's been inspected, it then goes for a bit of surface preparation. You can't really see through the screens once they're prepping the surfaces, so we're going to show you before and after essentially. So this is the part that's going in now for surface prep, and in about 5 minutes we'll show you what she looks like after. Now the surface has all been prepped, the next stage is bond coating, and my kind associate Ian is going to explain to us how it happens.
Okay, so we'd set up the bond coat hoppers, we'd pour the powder into it, we'd set the parameters for the bond coat, and then we'd literally turn the powder feed on and spray the part. So obviously it's quite loud.
It's very loud in there. Ian's now going to show us how to do a bond coating on this. My parts have actually gone past this process already. They're actually ready for ceramic. So once Ian has finished doing the bond process, we'll show you how the ceramic's done on my actual parts. Oh, look at that. Once this has been done in, you can't touch it at all, can you?
No, not with bare hands, because essentially oils from your skin can impart into the coating, and obviously that will affect,
contaminate it effectively.
Exactly.
Now the bonding process has been done, the next step is actually ceramic coating, or applying the first layer of ceramic coating. I've actually got all my exhaust components here, which you guys saw in the last episode. We've got my turbo exhaust housing, external wastegate, screamer pipe, and my manifold. And I think the guys have got my downpipe as well down here. That's my downpipe. For the next stage, I'm actually going to jump in the booth. Britt's going to let me go in there and get a bit messy. I'm going to put on some full protective clothing now, so I'm going to pass the camera to young Britt. Isn't Lewis going to get eggy if I wear all his stuff? The chap that has, oh God, he's a bit smaller than me, isn't he? First things first, we're actually going to be ceramic coating my screamer pipe, which young Ian has just down there. Cool, man. While we're having these screamer pipe top coated, we've got Mr. Simon.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Simon.
How you doing?
He's a technical director for Zircotec.
Hi.
So he knows a lot more than I do, and he's actually going to explain the process behind ceramic coating.
It's a two-level coating based on prior surface activation. The way it works fundamentally is we have an activated surface, i.e. a very fine grit blast, for lack of a better word, to create a rough profile. What we're then doing is introducing material, initially for the bond coat, a metallic. We're introducing this into a heat source, which is then atomizing it and accelerating very small droplets of molten metal at the surface. As these droplets hit, they then contract and that grips onto the surface. Then subsequent droplets will then build up a coating, which is essentially a pure metallic coating. Whatever you're putting in here is what you get here, because we have a non-oxidizing, non-reducing process to melt the particles. The idea of that then is you end up with an absolutely perfect surface for the ceramic to adhere to. Now with the ceramic, we do the same thing. This time we're using a plasma flame, as you've seen in the booths. So we're putting the particles of ceramic through an astonishingly hot plasma, but for a very, very short period of time, because we're also accelerating them at an incredible rate through there. Yeah. So although it's very, very hot, they don't have that much time to build up heat. As the particles come out of the other end of the plasma, they are, molten's the wrong word, but they are softened. They then are able to repeat the process of the bond coat and splat and build up a coating. Just the methodology of building up a coating by applying particles, you do have an element of porosity as well within the coating. The porosity also improves the slowing of heat transfer through the coating. So basically, what we're doing is putting on a coating. Insulating is the wrong word. What it is it slows heat transfer. So basically what you're doing is, if you've got your exhaust pipe, the exhaust flow is going through the pipe, what you're doing is making it difficult for the heat to transfer through. So it stays within the exhaust flow and gets thrown out of the back of your vehicle, which is where you want it to be.
Yeah, cool.
So that's keeping obviously the temperatures down within the underbonnet environment.
How long's it going there for?
4 hours.
4 hours, cool. So yeah, the next time you see this, it will all be nice and dry. Now the screamer pipe's going to be cured for about 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours in the oven.
If it was ready, what would be the next stage?
We'll come out here to our inspection room where it would go through our team of highly trained inspectors to make sure that it's passed all of our quality gates that we have in place before we can send it out to the customer.
We're actually going to do a little test once my Mark II arrives from Japan. We're actually going to do a bit of an experiment. We're going to measure all the temperatures before getting it ceramic coating. Then we're going to come to Zircotec, get everything ceramic coated, and measure all the temperatures after, so we can really sort of show you guys how good this ceramic coating is. Don't forget, guys, we're also going to be running a 10% discount on all Zircotec ceramic coating. All you got to do is ring Zircotec up, mention Monky London, and save yourselves a few pennies. All right, all good to go. Back in the old car. It's only about 2 hours or an hour and 45 minutes to get back, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. I thought it'd be really nice for you guys to see the whole sort of process. It's a pretty serious business, this. They do a lot of work with motorsport teams, a lot of work with Formula 1 cars as well, so yeah, the technology is definitely very good. I'm really pleased that I've managed to negotiate you guys a 10% discount as well. You haven't actually got to go mad like I have. Obviously, I've had a lot of stuff ceramic coated. We've done the exhaust housing, the screamer, the downpipe, the external wastegate. If your funds are a little bit limited, there's nothing to stop you, say, getting the manifold coated first and coming back to do the other stuff a little bit later. Those parts will all be back in about a week's time, so as soon as they get back to Dave's, we'll do an update video and show you the finished product. As always, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my Patreon down here. Really need your guys' support. Give the video a like, put any comments down below. I'll do my best to get back to you, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.